Couple daily races. Um, just absolute dog shit. Oh, I suck so bad. Let's see how bad I suck. I had no idea that MR McGann had such a crazy launch off the line from the auto start. It's actually pretty wild. I can't believe how fast it was. Like I think I passed 2 cars into turn 1. I was like, what the hell? Maybe I got him on the straightaway, but it was kind of a fucking threw me off. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, this little fucker squatted and took off. I was like, what the hell? Just drove right around that fucker. Like, it was crazy. What's up with that? And if I didn't have to lift right there, I would have drove around him even more than I did. Shit. Oh well. But yeah, that was a weird, clunky start. I don't really understand. Oh no, did anyone die? Nah, they're okay. Nobody died, but I'm getting swamped up here a little bit. McGann took off, but then it has no speed on the straightaway. I was struggling. They had to bump draft me. This thing does not go fast up here. So anyway, it's stable through here though. It's not bad. I don't know, it's kind of stable through there. I don't mind it. But yeah, everything went the way it was supposed to go. This race was perfectly fine. I was on for a win, but I'm just too stupid to win, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Rough couple of days, but this one should have been a win, but instead it wasn't. It was the opposite of a win. But yeah, this guy was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pit. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Deal with the penalty pit. Everyone just kind of pit. And then absolutely zero things happened for a very long... Oh, what's that? What the hell? Something bad's about to happen. Hold on, let's see. Good Lord. What the hell? What are they doing? They're going 5 wide. 5 wide. What is happening? And then the Bugatti was just like, nope. What was that? What is this Bugatti doing? Did something bad happen? I bet something bad happened to this Bugatti. Did he get mobbed and then fucking lost his mind? Is that what happened? Or is he just a lunatic? He looks like he might be a lunatic. Let's see. Really minor contact. That's too much. That's too much contact. I'd be mad about that. I'd be like, hey, fucker, stop that. It's not that big of a deal. They both made it. It's fine. Bugatti kept the position. That's fair enough. These dudes are super tight through here. Wow. I don't even know what's even happening. They're so out of 3 wide through there. Wow. There ain't gonna be nothing fast about that, fellas. Let's see this 5 wide here. Almost a 5 wide. Fucking lunatics. What? So he doesn't have his radar on. Bugatti doesn't have his radar on. He had to avoid that. Oh my god. Everyone is crazy. Look at them. Look at them. What in the hell? B lobbies are like pure hell to me. They make my head hurt. It's like where I belong right now, unfortunately. Even whenever I got into an A lobby, I got into an A lobby, and it was just as bad. It was pretty bad. But anyway, I just happened to see this and was just wondering what in God's name was that. Let's see what this is. What's gonna happen here? Alright. Good evasive maneuvers. That NSX pulled right out in front of him. Just try to give him whatever compliments I can. Alright. This was the leader. He's way back here. I'm still in the front. Doing my thing. And I did that for a very long time. Very long time. I did. Long time. Long time. Love me long time. Love me long time. So yeah, he's still back here. He's not. I'm outside of a pit stop, I believe, at that point. I'm not sure how close he was bringing me down. I have no idea. We can kind of look at his times and see 115, 116. I think I was even saying in this race, I probably have more 116s than he does, but it actually looks pretty even. So I'm not sure. It's irrelevant because I suck. So I spin out on like the whatever, dude. I'm not gonna talk about it. Oh yeah, he got penalties back here and shit. Yeah, he wasn't gonna catch me. This was gonna be a win. This was absolutely a win. I believe this guy still has to pit. So do I. I believe these two guys still have to pit stop. These two guys, I believe, still have to. Yeah, So Slow was at the back. So is this Craftford Chris? I don't know what the fuck that is. But this guy's the only one that's pit. There's a couple guys behind him that pit, but this guy pit, but he has a penalty. And then I absolutely just eat it. Like, just the worst possible thing to do. Just the easiest turn in the world. How much do you suck? This is how much. Because I was so worried that I went wide. I was so worried I went wide that I just binned the whole fucking race. Because I was worried I went wide just a little bit. Just so I dumped the throttle, and I didn't think even dumping the throttle would do that. So, what do you think? That's bad, right? Alright. I get going again. Or is it still behind me with the penalty? Who knows? This could still be on. I mean, this could still be a win even with this. Who knows? Probably not though, because I think a lot of other people pit. Regardless, it really doesn't matter because, you know, I'm like, okay, you can recover this. You'll be P5, P6, P7. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. And then I get a tank slapper. And it's just like, where did that come from? Like, where did this tank slapper come from? I mean, it was just, whatever. I don't know, and I can't tell you what it felt like because I was just so irritated because I just fucking ruined my race by myself, unforced, that I just hop it right there and just fucking tank slapper, dude. I don't know, whatever. And here's the guy that pit earlier coming in with his fucking big ass penalty. And all my damage, my car was fucked. I don't know. I think these guys, I don't know if they even got a pit. Yeah, so Slow had to pit. And we'll see if this guy had to pit. If that's the case, yep, he had to pit still. So, let's see if he had to pit. No, he didn't have to pit. So Leo was the only other one. So yeah, it was rough. I mean, I didn't quit, of course. I don't fucking quit. I fucking still came through, of course. But it was P10. I didn't push it. I could have ruined this guy's race. He was already at the back. I wasn't trying to give him a hard time. But he was a little slow through here. But yeah, it was just, can't believe I did that shit. First race of the day, but whatever, it's fine. So, even though I got shit to do today, I was like, I can't end it like that. I gotta do one more. So, I did one more. I switched to the Supra. I thought that was my first try with the Megane, the MR Megane. I'll jump in the Supra. The Supra it really comes down to which car feels best for me through that chicane. Whatever car feels best through that chicane is the car I'm going to use. It's just in the race, at least. It's just that simple. That chicane is not good for me. I don't know. I cannot take it properly. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But taking it, well, let me rephrase that. I can't take it very fast. I can take it consistently pretty well, but it's not going to be fast. I'm not pushing through there or I will die. It's just not worth it. So, yeah, I was like, you know what, okay, P2, instead of P4, it's on, let's go. Try this shit again and try not to be a piece of shit. The Supra felt a little more stable, but just as, maybe a little bit less apt to spin. I don't know. But I got this was a really slow start. It's like I was waiting for the NSX brake lights to light up, but like they never lit up, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it was weird. Did they light up and I just didn't see them, or is it the sunlight? It just, I don't know what the fuck I did. I went real slow through here though, real bad, real slow. Jesus, I almost got fucking tracked down. Luckily the Super has a little bit of fucking power to it, or I'd have been in trouble. So okay, in this race, I'm thinking, I don't know if how fast everyone is around me. I don't know how the Super is gonna feel. Let me just go and see what happens. I didn't know I was gonna jump in the pits because nobody else did, but I was like, well, let me just see what happens. The pit phase really just kind of, I don't know what's best right now. So because he didn't pit, P3 didn't pit, 4, 5, 6, 7, nobody in like the top 6 or 7 pit. So I just figured, you know what? Wow, things happen. Bad things happen. Touch grass. Oh, then he hit the Bugatti. Oh my god, then he hit the... Oh my lord. That was a chain of events. That was a rough chain of events right there. Touch grass. Tank slap the other way. Hit the Bugatti. Well, J baby. What in God's name happened to him? Did he just spin? Touching grass, guys. This is the grass brigade right here. Everyone just died through here touching grass. Ferrari, touch grass, dead. This guy, touch grass. Tank slap, dead. This guy, I think, just everything. Don't touch grass. Guys, don't touch fucking grass. It's not good. Don't do it. So that stuff happened. I want to maybe try to take a front-wheel drive car here and win this race with a front-wheel drive car. See how that goes. All right, back to the front. So us three were, I mean, we were all around the same speeds, to be honest. I started pushing P1 a little bit here, and I didn't like how it felt. I started pushing him through the chicane. You'll see I get on him a little bit through the chicane. P3 starting to catch me because I have to start slowing up a little bit. And I'm like, okay, are you going to make a move on P1? Is that going to slow us down and P3 is going to come into play? Or because nobody pit stopped, really, do you want to be a weirdo and jump into the pits on 3 or 4 or something weird to get away from this whole scenario? I was really thinking about it right here. I was like, let me just jump in those fucking pits and just be done with it. But I was like, you know what? No. Let me see if maybe I can just pass him and be done with it. If I pass him, then I don't have to worry about doing anything fancy with the pits. Just pass him and just keep going. And then I can pit later whenever I want. It's not a big deal. So I'm in his ass now. I was gonna try to push and go for the pass here, because I felt like I could. I got a great run. Here, let me see. I got a great run out of this corner. Later in the race, that guy Simmons in P8, he puts up a good fight that slows me down for 2 or 3 laps, and you know he had every right. I got a really good, that was a really good run out of here. Guy behind me, not so much. Yeah, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, go for the move through the chicane is not good. It's not smart. You saw what just happened in the last race. The last thing I wanted to do was, have a repeat of that. So I wasn't positive. We dropped the guy behind us. But then he went real slow through here, and I was just like, oh man, we had to go really slow. He almost wrecked. I don't know, maybe we can see his perspective on why he went so slow through there. It was really clunky and slow. I mean, he probably touched grass. He touched grass, and then he was worried, probably. I bet. Here, let's see. Something weird here. I don't know. See his throttle inputs and stuff. It just, I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh well. But yeah, I had to really slow down a lot through here. I had to lift multiple times, which is fine. But it brought this NSX back. So I'm thinking about maybe trying NSX next time I play. But yeah, so at this point, I'm like, okay, I couldn't pass, so I don't know what to do. You know what? Nobody really pit. Fuck this. I'm jumping into the pits. And tell me how slow I am jumping into these pits. It's so bad, I don't know where to brake. And I don't want to touch the line. So I try to go through, and I'm like, fuck it. I need to get away from these cars. It's all it's going to do is slow me down. So I pit. I wasn't positive if anyone else pit. I thought there was at least one other person that pit. but I think maybe they quit. I don't know. I didn't really look. Whatever. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do it like this. Luckily, I didn't get behind anyone, you know, even slower or anything like that. Those guys might have been wrecked. Who knows? But I came out with clean air, P11, and I'm almost positive, but not positive, that nobody else has pit yet. So at this point, when I came out, I believe I think P1 already made a mistake. I wouldn't be surprised if P1 already made a mistake after I pit, because I came out and it was already down to like 18 seconds. So let me see if he makes a mistake through the chicane, because it was already down to 18 seconds, and that's about a pit stop is 18 seconds, I believe. So I don't know, maybe that makes sense. Maybe it's even. Just without changing tires and fuel, I believe it was around. All I can say is I had a 20 to 21 second lead on another race, and I pit and I came out with a 2 or 3 second lead to P2. So I don't know, it's around 18 seconds or so. I don't know, he didn't do too bad through there. It is what it is. Anyway, so I come out. Not positive about what's going on, but you know, just all you can do is push. We'll get to something important. There we go. Alright, we get to the first one. It's the Bugatti. I got a gift from heaven, and it gave me, he had a penalty, so I was able to swing around him, luckily. Left him in front, right? Good through that turn with anything, with any of the cars. I don't know. Zippy pits. Alright. And now it's just trying to make up time. I believe I got it down to about 15 seconds or 16 seconds to Luke at this point up front. Slow racer up front. So I started to think, if everyone else has to pit, I'm going to inherit P1 without any real fights. And that would be fantastic. So I just kept pushing. But I still wasn't sure if there was somebody else between us. There was another pit stop, so I'm P9. Starting to catch this pack. I'm like, okay, I think we just had, we had another group pit right there. Got me up to P6 without having to work too hard. Alright, now we approach Simmons. At this point, I mean, even if Simmons has not pit, he has every right to fight me. He's on the lead lap. If he doesn't want to, if he wants to defend, he's allowed. In my opinion, if I was Simmons, I would not be fighting me. He might not have known that I was one of the leaders that pit. I don't know. But at this point, I wasn't sure if he had to pit or not. I thought somebody else pit, and I don't know. I thought it was Simmons. The way he was fighting me, I was starting to think that he pit, and we're on the same lap. We're on the same time. A little wide there. But yeah, I put some pressure on him. It took me a couple laps to get by him. And then I ended up just waiting for him to pit. Because I got the leader down to about 12 or 13 seconds. Yeah, I got down to about 12 or 13 seconds, and at that point I was like, you know what, I'm not going to push Simmons. I don't want him to wreck me. I don't know what he's like. Nothing against Brazilians. Brazilian drivers, for whatever reason, I don't have a good track record with them for whatever reason. They just seem, I don't know, they're just always very aggressive. I don't know. It's just whatever. But I'm just trying to make time. I was hoping it just, if I apply a little bit more pressure, I thought if I applied a little bit more pressure, he'll make a mistake. So I start pushing a little bit here through this lap, and I think, all right. And he goes defensive, and I'm like, he really does not want to let me by. I don't know if he knew that I pit or not. We got real tight there. I was trying to give him some space, but it just was a little bit sloppy through there. So let's see. because I was gonna undercut him and take. Like the regular line and just go underneath, but he kind of parked on the apex a little bit. There was really not too much I can do there. I don't know how he would have felt about that situation or not, but I did as best I could. I don't know. He gave me space on the outside. I gave him space on the inside. I mean, we made it work. It is what it is. Wasn't as good as it could have been though. I could have really braked late and tried to throw it around the outside, but what if he goes wide and touches me and pushes me into the fucking wall? It's just not worth it. So I thought the chicane, he went defensive again, and I'm like, I'm gonna end up driving through his car. So let me slow up. Slowed up, and I thought maybe I can line him up for this next turn if I can get on the throttle early, but I just not early enough. I needed to step on it just a little bit earlier, and I could have maybe got him through this turn and get him through this fast left. But this left-hander is a little bit too fast. He went to go defensive and knows it's too fast of a left for me to try to make that move. Okay, so the leader's in. Let's see where he's at. So he's right here about the pit, and we are right here. So yeah, I believe I had this down to about 12 seconds whenever he finally pit. And I knew that I was going to get by him, but I wasn't sure about anybody else. Whenever Simmons didn't come in this lap, I thought to myself, if you had to pit stop, and you were getting this type of pressure from behind, and I would probably jump into the pits to try to avoid it, because I'm just slowing it. I'm wasting time. And he went defensive again. This time I went with the switchback, but I couldn't get on it. It was just a little bit mistimed. So this time I went with the switchback, a full switchback, but it just, again, he was just on the apex just a little bit too long, which is good by him. I mean, good for him. I mean, it's not dirty. It's nothing. You're allowed to park on the apex to some degree. But this switchback would have been absolutely perfect, and I would have ran him down. I would have passed him here. I was trying to be as patient as I could with them. So the switchback was on. It just, that little, I could have been on throttle already, but I had to hold back just 1 second or I would have touched him. So, fair is fair. You know, like I said, I was starting to, at this point on lap 12, I was like, man, does he not have to pit? Is it me versus him for the win? Is that what's happening right now? Are we fighting for the win? But I thought we were fighting for the win. Because this is the third lap in a row that he has to defend against me. Yeah, this is lap 3. I lost a lot of time. But he wasn't too bad, man. It was a good fight, man. It was fun. Whatever, it is what it is. So I thought, again, I can get him through here. I was just a little bit faster than him everywhere. Nothing against him. It just, for whatever reason, I was just a little bit faster pretty much everywhere on the track. But I just couldn't get by this fucker, dude. Good for him. I mean, honestly, God, good for him. It was tough, and I was like, please pit stop. Please. No, he doesn't pit. I'm like, God damn it. Again, lap 4. Lap 4 with fucking Simmons. This is the never-ending Simmons fucking greasy flat battle. It fucking, dude, he's getting grease on me. I'm getting grease on him. It's fucking bad. It's shit. Things are flapping. I don't know what's fucking going on. But then I'm like, all right, get this fucker coming. Then I fuck up again. I couldn't get him. That wasn't a great turn. And I thought, do either of these Brazilians have to pit? I don't know. But then, look, right around here is where I started to, like, tell myself, like, dude, you haven't wrecked, you haven't done nothing. I'm looking at my lap times. I'm like, there's no way somebody has pit and is 10 fucking seconds in front of me. It's just not possible. There's no way. Unless they're like an A driver. Is there an A driver in here? I'm like, what? I don't get it. So I was just being paranoid for nothing, honest to God. That's really what it comes down to. I was worried that this guy, we were fighting for the win, but really all he did was like waste like 5 seconds of time in 4 or 5 laps. And dude, good for him and good defending. Simmons, I got nothing against you, dude. Everything was clean. I don't got no problem with you, man. Except for the fact that you yourself wasted a lot of time. Watch this move. Which is, that wasn't it. It's the next lap when J Baby pits. I get real fucking close to him. But yeah, I mean, dude, he was allowed to hold me up. But the thing is, if he would, I would hope if he knew he wasn't racing me, that he he maybe wouldn't have defended quite so hard. I think he lost himself time as well by fighting with me. So maybe his race result would have been better if he would have just let me by. But everyone could do whatever they want to do. All right, now I'm thinking pit phase is complete. I'm like, okay, is it me versus J Baby for the win? Is it me versus J Baby for the win? I don't know. I wasn't sure, but yeah, he had the pit, so we were good. Yeah, I'm like, man, is this gonna be the last lap? I'm gonna get him, and then no, I saw him do that, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I should have known. You gotta pay a little better attention sometimes. You know, it's just. Is Inherited P1, and the only thing I really had to do there honestly was the pit stop earlier was the right decision. I would have been fighting with Slow Racer. Who was it? Slow Racer and somebody else. I don't even remember now. We would have been fighting the whole way, and instead right now this was about a 3-second lead, 4-second lead. If it wasn't for Simus, it would have probably been about a 7 or 8 second lead, possibly. I don't know, it depends. But yeah, Luke was consistent. Lap 6 and 7 was tough for him, but other than that, it was pretty good. Look, I almost eat it here. Like how dumb can I be? I almost shunt right here, and it's just like, why would I? Like, wow. Just bring it home already. Anyway, yeah, it was spooky. I just wish I could be doing 114s. I know the A drivers, they're all doing 113s and 114s during the race. And I can only get, you know, a mid 115, low mid 115 during the race. It's just the confidence and the practice is really what it comes down to. But I'm telling you, if you guys are in the race and you're fighting and nobody in the top, and you're in the top 5, top 6, whatever, top 8, and nobody's pitting and nobody in the top 8 pit with you, and you're starting to get into fights with people, and who cares if it's lap 3 or 4, jump into those pits, get yourself some clean air, and then run to the end and see what happens. I mean, Simus put on a damn good fight, but it was for nothing. You know, it just, you know, he comes in, looks like a good finish here. The NSX party. Damn, everyone went wide there. Holy shit. Damn, Cyrush. Good for him. He's gonna get promoted. Boop boop. P7. Good for him. That was nice. He's the only one that didn't get the penalty. These two guys went wide in the final turn. Yep, he went wide. Side didn't. You got to stay within a second. Good for him. Man, that's always nice. I forget who was who. So it was. Was it this guy then? It was J Baby that was close to us at the beginning. Okay. How'd he end up at the end? Oh, he got wrecked. That's right. P6? Damn, side by side on the final lap. Damn, J Baby, that's poopy. That's poopy. I see a lot of people in the Honda. If it goes through the chicane well, I'm gonna have to try it. Damn. So this is the fight that brought these four together. Oh well, yeah. But if you find yourself fighting, and a lot of people, even if people have pit, it doesn't matter. If you're fighting with people that are tough to fight with, just pit. Let that clean air come out. Good race, Emma. It was clean enough. Probably shouldn't have been fighting with me. The thing about it, Simmons, if you wouldn't have been fighting with me right now, bro, just throwing it out there. If you wouldn't have fought with me, you would be in front of Speed Racer right now. I'm just saying. It's the truth. You would not have this penalty right now because you want to be fighting everyone for the end. You would be in front of Speed Racer right now by at least a second or two, and you would easily have come through at P6 if you didn't fight me. And that's for everyone that watches this. If you're fighting and that guy already pit stopped, you're fighting for no reason at all. There's no reason to fight me. Look how big of a difference it was in the race. He came in P9 and I won the race. And you fought me for 4 laps. You wasted I mean, it wasn't much because we were clean and efficient, but I mean, it was a good second every lap you wasted. All you had to do was pull over one time and just let me outbrake you, and you would have been through. Wasted 1 second, 1 lap, and been fine. I promise you would not have worried. You would not have ran into the back of me. I would have pulled away from you. Doesn't always work that way, so I get it. But I'm telling you, if somebody already pit, do not be defensive with them. That is not smart. Very not smart. It's allowed. It's borderline. I think maybe shouldn't be allowed because it's just like, why are you doing that? It's just you're literally 20 seconds behind me. You're supposed to be 20 seconds behind me, but you're not. But you know, anyway, it doesn't matter. You're allowed. It was fun, so I'm glad it's allowed because it was fun. But anyway.